was a nightmare for none of the reasons we expected it to be a nightmare. But we're in Egypt.
It is our last morning in India. We are packing up now because we've got a flight in a couple of hours to our next country.
Sadly, we are leaving India today.
We've loved India, even though we didn't see as much of it as we wish we did. We got to see some incredible animals, incredible structures and buildings, and ate some of the best food we've ever had in our lives.
And we got to see the Taj Mahal. That's the first wonder on this trip.
Yeah.
We're going to the second wonder today.
And we're going straight to the second one, yeah. We have been here just under 3 weeks, which is definitely not enough time, but we've got to move on to our next country. So from here, we've got a flight to Doha, a bit of a layover, and then another flight to Egypt.
Yeah, we'll get to fall asleep with a view of the pyramids tonight. That's insane. Our flight's boarding now, so we gotta go.
We are in Doha.
That flight was so nice and it went way too quickly. I wish it would have just kept going. I forgot how nice non-budget airlines are.
Yeah, switching off, watching a movie, having food delivered to you.
Having a red wine? I haven't had a red wine in 2 months.
Love it, love it. So we are in Doha Airport now for another couple of hours before we get our next flight, which then will be another 5 hours, I believe, before we land in Cairo.
Super excited for Cairo, but also kind of scared because we've heard a lot about all of the scams, all of the issues that tourists can face when they go to Cairo, especially Cairo Airport. So this whole situation is going to get dismantled and put in the bag so we're as discreet as possible.
We elected to do our visas online to try and take away as many things as possible that we could get stopped for at the airport. And that was easy. We got them through last night, so just in the nick of time. And we also did a health declaration, so there shouldn't be any COVID tests or anything like that needed either.
Super easy for the COVID restrictions, which is one of the reasons we chose Egypt, because it was so easy and it didn't cost any money to get tests or anything like that.
Like Emily said, every time you research traveling to Egypt, the internet is just covered with people talking about how difficult it can be and scams and people wanting tips for nothing and the craziness of it. So we are trying to mentally prepare ourselves for it.
But also try and make it easier on ourselves and just put this away, don't draw attention to ourselves, blend in, sneak out.
Yeah. Probably not going to be able to film anything in the Egypt airport. If I do, great, but I'm dismantling this whole thing. I'm just going to have the camera and probably not even going to turn it on, to be honest. So we will catch you up when we get to the hotel room.
Yeah, but one more awesome flight until we get there, until we get to amazing Cairo and we have a view of the pyramids.
I know,
I'm so excited. nightmare for none of the reasons we expected it to be a nightmare. But we're in Egypt.
We're in Egypt. So got off the plane, went straight through with all our documents. They barely looked at anything. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Walked, got our bags, walked through a couple of security checks, which were both super quick. We had heard so many bad things, and it was super easy.
I would argue that's one of the easiest airports we've had this entire trip.
I agree.
I think maybe 3 or 4 people total came up to ask us if we wanted a taxi, but as soon as we said no thank you, they were like, okay, and walked away.
Yeah, no pressure, which...
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
Got an Uber really quickly, and the Uber driver was really nice, but then our hotel had their address wrong. The driver called and spoke to them in Arabic, which we couldn't understand, sent us a WhatsApp pin, and we went to that WhatsApp pin. We went down and in,
Around and
looked
up.
very dodgy, and then up some very dodgy elevators.
But we're here and the room is kind of nice.
The room's fine.
And they upgraded us for the hassle, which was really nice. So we now have a balcony view of the pyramids.
Let's show you the view.
Well, you're not going to be able to see anything.
So yeah, we were in that Uber for about 2 hours, but we're here now. We can forget about it. Worry about what we're doing tomorrow.